Technical difficulties. I love technical difficulties. They're my favorite. Welcome to the replay. If you're watching the replay, I'm Auntie Tay. If you guys are new here, that's who I am. If you're not, welcome back. I've missed you. All right. Before I introduce the new buddy here, I am going to let you guys know some announcements. So if you like the DTF that we are using, all this vintage Christmas Disney, I am putting together a bundle in my newsletter for all the rest of November and December that will include a bunch of cute vintage Disney stuff you can order through DTF, Sublimation. You can print it with, you can print and cut it. You can use it as stickers. It's all the things, but that will be included in November and December on my website, auntietay.com. You can sign up for my free newsletter, and I put free files in there every single month. So, and we're building till the end of the year, and then we'll start it fresh for 2025. So, welcome. Hey, Dustin. We are talking about a new, hey, Missy, we're talking about a new heat press. And actually, I just found out about this maybe like 2 weeks ago. Life has been crazy. We've been moving. We've been doing so many things. And HTV, you guys know I would probably normally not say yes to any deals or new machines or anything, but when Htvront said that they were coming out with a new auto press, not a manual press, not a mini press, not a baby press, but a new auto press, I was super excited to see it. I was like, send it my way. I know that your products are so easy to use that I would be able to just turn it on and use it. And this thing has not been used yet, but I did play with the buttons so that I didn't bore you guys with all of the like figuring out what the buttons mean. And I can already tell you this thing, I'm obsessed with how much HTV listens to their consumers. Everything, like the auto press was already really good press. If you already have that press, you are in good hands. You're using a great press. But they listened to all of the things that we noticed could be better, and they changed it, and they added stuff to it. Let alone their products are always a really great price. So they are starting a pre-sale today, November 1st through the 20th. Then they have a Black Friday sale. They have a Christmas sale, but I don't know, I don't know how many they have of these. They better have a lot because the bundles they're offering are really, really, really cool. They've got bundles where you can get this, the tumbler press, the hat press, or this, the tumbler press, the mini press. Where you can just get this and like a ton of materials for free. So it's just like a really good deal to either get it and get more stuff with it right now for the holidays. But I always love to invest in something fun to make a bunch of presents for people. So if you have, how are we doing? Okay, we're on. If you have a like desire to create things for Christmas presents with a heat press and you're in need of a heat press, this is a good time to invest in one because they are only around $300, which is a really good price for a manual heat press. We know the other manual heat presses on the market are in the upwards of like almost $1,000, which is ridiculous. But no, I love that Htvront keeps their products at a very affordable price. And then they're throwing in a ton of fun stuff that you can also get if you want a bundle. And Auntie 60, the code AUNTIE 60 will get you $60 off of it. So it's in the 200s for that price. So if you don't have a heat press and you're in the market for one, I'm going to recommend this one. I already recommended the one. I love the one. So this is only going to just be better. So let me just tell you the things I saw first and foremost that are different between the first machine and the second machine. And then we are going to do a few different DTF products. If you want to see through the holidays, I'm going to be live. I'm going to be doing a bunch of gifts and different things. So if you want to see it being used for sublimation, small projects, big projects, all the things, I'm pretty sure this is my press I'm going to go to, that either this or like my heavy duty industrial press, but I'm really loving this one. So the clearance here is a lot bigger. It's kind of hard to tell, but it pulls out just a little bit further. So if you have the first one or you've seen the first one, you've probably seen me use it if you watch my videos. It comes to only about right here. So now you've got a little bit of gap this way and you have a higher gap this way. So when you are putting your materials that have hoods and different things, you have more space to tuck things in here. It is still a pretty close with your hands, but you just have to get used to that. I think all heat presses come with some sort of like fear of getting burned. So you just, no matter what heat press you're using, you need to be aware that there's always ways to get burnt, whether it's on your arms, your hands, all the things. So, but I would say like this is a very safe machine that I'm loving. So I'm going to turn it on and just get it kind of heated up so I can show you guys the mechanisms, because it won't do anything if it's not actually on. The first thing I noticed was the settings for 4 different settings, and I will have a tutorial on like a really quick basic overview of all the buttons and things like that. But there's 4 different settings. So I already preset all of mine to DTF, but since DTF needs 320 degrees for 15 seconds and then another press 320 degrees for 5 seconds, and if you're doing multiple heat, like multiple projects, it's annoying to go back and forth from 15 seconds to 5 seconds, 15 seconds to 5 seconds by manually changing the settings. So I set up 4 settings. I set up one for the first DTF print press, second DTF print press, so one for 5 seconds. Then I set up one for heat transfer vinyl, and then one for sublimation. Because those are all 4 completely different settings. So, and those are my 4 top things that I'm always using my presses for. So, and I also didn't want to bore you guys with me forgetting what all the buttons are. So when I get it down, I will come up with faster ways to remind you. And then you guys will see me using it quickly, and you guys will, it'll just help. I think it's not helpful when I make a video where I'm like, what does this one do? What does that one do? So I have it set. It's heating up. The first thing they changed was this, which I don't know what like the first thing they actually changed, but the first thing I noticed they changed was this. The second thing is that it is higher up, and there's an option for pressure, so you can change your poundage or your kilograms in pressure. So I have it set to 50 pounds right now, and I believe it goes up to 80 kilograms, which is like 175 pounds of pressure. So you are going to be able to sublimate even better, or lower your pressure with sublimation as well, because sometimes we do too much pressure. And that was one thing that actually worried me about the first machine was, is it going to do the pressure I want it to? Like it automatically picked a pressure, and I didn't know what that pressure was. So here I know exactly how many pounds it's putting. I can change the pounds it's putting. So that's really cool, and that's really new. I mean, there are other machines where we can change the dial, but to physically be able to plug in the poundage or however kilograms, however you weigh things, is definitely a plus. The next thing is that I had something in my brain and then I was like, wait a second. So I do think this is the same size. It's 15 by 15, which is a great size. So that's that. Oh, that's what it was. So I want you to see something. There's this button called auto, and it has these 2 little arrows that are going around the A. And this is already an auto press. So all I need to do is, let me turn it off really quick, is close this, press the start button. It goes down, it counts the seconds I have on there, and then it comes back up, and then I pull it out. But there's this new feature on this one that I was really excited. And when I was playing with it, I was like, why is it doing that? And then I realized what it was doing. So now I'm going to turn on the auto function, because yes, it's already auto, but now it's auto. So now when I close it, it just goes. I don't have to press the button. So I know that that doesn't seem like a big deal, but when you are in the flow of working or creating things, you are milliseconds matter when you're doing 100 projects, because that could take time off of your project that you're doing or selling. So I think that that's such a cool feature that they added. And they also, that was what I remembered, they changed the heat up speed. So this heats up even faster. And so if you guys have been watching me for a while and you've seen me use my Ricoma, which is the one I go to most when I'm doing large projects, because it is a very industrial machine and it's super amazing. The one downfall of my Ricoma is it takes forever to heat up. So this is already heated up to 300 degrees. So if I was going to try to get it to 400, I'm only assuming it would take not very long to get there. So that's all the specs. Questions about this? So I am going to want to turn the auto off. Also, there is a feature where you can press any button in the middle of any process and it will auto cancel the whole thing. So if you're like, my project, or that happened. So let's say I'm working on something and I accidentally like close it and I'm like, no, I can press any button. I don't even know what button I just pressed. I think I pressed the time button. Any button auto opens it back up. So I think that that's really handy to know. The light just lit up green. That means it's ready to go. What's the price on this one? I think it's $299, but you can get $60 off with the Auntie code, Auntie60. The link down below takes you to their website. And so like I could tell you all the different prices and all the things, but I think their website does a really good job. They have their Black Friday sale dates. Like the thing with Htvront is they do all these fun sales with different dates, and I try to like get it organized so that I can explain it to you. But now I'm like, okay, their website does a really good job. So if you just go to their website, you can kind of see like when the sale is on, what you get in that sale. And then I will try to update you guys if like the Black Friday sale is coming and I think it's better, or the Christmas sale. So far, I think they're all kind of like just a little bit different, but the price is really not going to change much throughout the Christmas season. So I don't know, but I'm really excited for it. So while we're chatting and I'm answering some questions, I am going to do 2 of our new DTF prints and then 1 vintage Mickey, so that you guys can see like one of the designs you guys can get with the free newsletter. So if you like the other designs you see, these are my Pixar skater tee inspired designs that I came out with like a couple months ago, but I haven't done much promo of them because we've been a little busy over here. I've been moving. We went to Pinners twice. Like we did show these off a lot at Pinners, but I haven't shown my internet friends that much. So I'm doing the back of this hoodie too. And once I get this pressing, but you know what? It's only a 15-second press. So I will pause and take some questions. So send me those questions on this machine. If you're watching the replay, comment your questions and I will comment back to you as well. This machine also came with 1 sheet of Teflon. So we will do that. Okay, I have the auto on. So I'm going to, there's also no handle, which I'm not sure if I'm excited about because I'm used to holding the handle, and I just noticed right there, I kind of smashed my finger, but that's because I'm not used to holding right here yet. I got to get used to where all the handles are. But on the old one, there is a handle right here I would grab, and now it's just this. So super simple with DTF. I'm going to show you guys. Basically, you cold peel. So I would pull this aside, do another one, let them all cool down. Let's just do it. And then we will pull them all off, change our setting and all of that. Okay. 40 to 170 pounds. Thanks, Dustin. We got someone in the background answering questions for you guys. Missy says, yes, I love mine. Yeah. So Missy, did you win the one last year, or did you buy one? I can't remember. It's been a long couple years. But Htvront also does a fun giveaway. I like giveaways with us often. So I believe they're going to do a giveaway for Christmas. I didn't want to promote it today in case they didn't, but I was like, are we doing a giveaway? So I will, I'm live on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I will announce giveaways, and in that email that you guys should sign up for, I will also announce when we're doing a giveaway as well. And I believe they are going to be giving one of these away, but don't take my word for it yet. But I'm pretty sure we are giving one of these away this Christmas season. I want to like make sure I love it and all the things, you know. So, okay. Oh, I'm loving how much space I have. Honestly, I wouldn't do this on this table. I wouldn't do it as high. I would do it on a little bit lower table. That way I could really see my project. But this is a really big DTF print, and the fact that it fits all on one press, 15 by 15. Is this 15 by 15? Yeah, it's pretty sure it's a 15 by 15. Yes, Missy won it. Okay, so Missy won it in our fundraiser last 2 years ago, because I didn't do one last year. So we love Htvront, which just shows the Autopress has actually been out for a couple years, and they are not just cranking these machines out so that they're trying to just like, oh, buy a new one, buy a new one. They actually changed really cool stuff on it, but the old one is still a really good press that I highly, highly recommend. All right, we're going to let this one cool. We're going to do, I think, 4. Also, if I was doing this professionally, I probably wouldn't lay them on top of each other like that. That slows down the cooling. Okay, I got this at the thrift store. I'm going to let you guys help me choose. I have this super cute Think Happy Fly High Tinkerbell inspired, or I have the Lost Boys Club Space Cowboy. I love this design. I think I just got to do it. I got to, I'll find another thrift store hoodie to put this one on, because I've been wanting to make this one so I could wear it. Lost Boys. Oh. Oh, wait, Lost Toys. Oh, I didn't even realize that. One says Lost Toys, which is close to Lost Boys, which is more like Peter Pan. This one's actually Think Happy as Peter Pan. So also, will it fit on the front? Because there's a pocket. I always have a hard time with the pocket hoodies figuring out. That's why I kind of like the Cruise, because you just kind of put the design on. You don't have to think twice. Didn't I grab? Oh, we already did the orange one. Okay. I have a hoodie problem. I have too many hoodies, and then I wear them so much, which means it's not a problem, but then I end up getting sick of them, and then I have so many of them. So I'm digging the thrift store these days for hoodies, because then I can just give them back to the thrift store when I'm done with them. All right. I think this might be a little too big for this one, and I don't really want it to go. Let's see how this one fits. If it fits, I'll do this one. Yeah, we'll just do this one because it fits. I'll have to find another hoodie for the Space Cowboy one. Teflon sheet. I'm not sure if I like the auto, but I don't mind pressing the button either. I think it's just, but it's also just in my like muscle memory. I also have a hoodie problem. Yeah, I think, but if we wear them, I don't think it's a problem, you know? Like, it's a problem if you buy hoodies and you never wear them. So is it a problem? I think hoodies are just life, you know? Like, that's just how we do. Okay, so we're making 3, and I'm going to let this one cool. But while these ones are now cool, I'm just going to change my settings. I'll just press the settings button to B, and you can make little cheat sheets too, like if you need to remember what your settings are, or you can just scroll through your settings. So I set up A to be my DTF press 1, and I set B to be my DTF print 2, press 2. No. Okay, we're going to turn auto off. As like when you're in a flow, it might be a good thing, but when I just want it to sit there, not sure if I like it that much. Okay, so when these are fully cool, if you ever like are crafting in your kitchen and you have granite countertops or something, I love laying my stuff on the countertop and letting the coolness come through because it helps cool the design down faster. But DTF is definitely a cool press process. I almost think I should change the pressure to be a little higher because DTF I feel like takes a little more pressure. This is a very little, there's little details in this design. And we're going to give this another press when it's exposed too. So I'm never really worried about like if it's not fully pressed down because it will be when we give it that final lock it in press. So I would, if I am doing DTF, I would probably up that pressure just a little bit more. And I'm actually going to. Oh, that's cool. I can actually change my settings on that as well, which is really nice because once I learn my pressure settings, then I don't have to remember my pressure settings. I can change my pressure settings according to what I am pressing. So let's do, okay, pressure is down here. They also have this little sticker, which I'm going to leave on until I'm a master at this, that tells you where everything is. So pressure, I'm going to up it to 90 pounds, 100. It goes from 90 to 110. I feel like that's a big jump. 20 pounds is a big jump. Should I do 110? Let's just do 90. Let's do 90. It scares me. I like, what is 90? It's like a small child. Do I want to have like a small child or like a medium-sized child? I don't know. What's your code, please? It's Auntie 60. So just AUNTIE 60 will get you $60 off any of the bundles that have this a part of it. So that 60 gets you like it won't, I put on the graphic like off your entire order, but I was like $60 is $60 regardless. So it's not going to change if you order like more stuff. But even if you get the bundle, you can get $60 off the bundle. Okay, look how cute this is. Okay, we're going to give it, we're going to just give it a good press. So you don't have to wait for anything for the pressure to change. I was like, I'm used to when I change settings. You have to wait. Okay, we're going to give this one final press. I got this Comfort Colors hoodie at Hobby Lobby on clearance for like $7, but I love Comfort Colors too. But I did notice that like if you want their unique colors, you have to order through their websites. But I was at Hobby Lobby one day and I saw that they had a few on clearance, so I just grabbed some. And this will fit Briley, but I might have to steal it from her when it fits me again one day. So how cute is that? So these two designs will be included in a bundle that I am going to be releasing free. And I'm trying this new thing out in our newsletters where I'm putting this cool little catalog PDF, clickable PDF where you can get your files out of the PDF. So we'll have to try that out. But if it doesn't work, I'll have the files available too. Okay, this one's got a little bit of detail too. Benefits of living near Seattle, hoodies every day. Oh, seriously though. And we just moved up to the mountains. And so it's borderline hoodie down here. Like you can push it and wear a hoodie till maybe noon. And then you're like just sweating. But up in the mountains, plus my beanies, I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta like not rotate my winter clothes up here. I gotta like keep them out because it's winterish all the time in the mountains. Can be at any moment. All right. This is a Nemo inspired design. And I know it's very summery. So we'll have to put it away with my summer clothes. But I've had this orange hoodie just sitting, waiting for something. And I grabbed it. So I was like, I can make it Thanksgiving themed. But then I was like, but I want this design on it. So, okay. Sometimes I feel like 5 seconds isn't enough, but that's what all the people do and what all the printers say to do. And I definitely did that 90 pounds of pressure. That makes me feel like so good. Like I feel like it's getting it's going to get a good press. Plus, if I were using like a manual press, 90 pounds of consistent pressure is kind of hard. Okay, so this one says, just keep swimming, Sydney. The color kind of blends into the orange, so it's kind of hard to see, but it says 203, established 203 because it came out in 03. And then I will put a little pocket tee. I have all the pocket presses, but I don't know where they are. The studio is kind of a disaster right now. So I lost my Teflon sheet. I have other stuff. That'll be a good test. I can do Teflon and parchment and see if it makes a difference. Did I press this one? Okay, that ridge on the, I'm going to change it back to 15 seconds. Perfect. I'm going to give it another good first time press and I'm actually going to pull it so that the hoodie pocket part is like draping off the side. So it gets a better press on this side. Because it'll get a little less press right here. Oh, and we're also upping the pressure. So I'm going to up the pressure to 90 on this one too. Pressure, 90. We'll see if that, okay. We'll see if that stays on setting A too. And if you watched my unboxing of the first one, it took me a while to realize, but you have to lock it in place before the buttons will work at all. So you might push it in and then be like, why are the buttons not working? You have to, it has this little feel to it that feels like it locks in place. You have to fully push it in. Let me show you. So if I push it like right here and it feels like it's in, but I couldn't push the button if I tried, it wouldn't go down. I have to lock it. It like has this little lock right there. And that's kind of important because it won't work unless you do it. Okay, so now we got to let that cool. What heat presses do you guys use? Do you guys like clamshell? I feel like that when these came out, it changed the like topic because we were always like, are you a clamshell person or are you a swivel? And then these came out. So it's like, are you a clamshell or a swivel or an auto now? I did not grab another hoodie to do the Space Cowboy, but that's okay. We're going to test this thing out with Sublimation next time. We're going to be making a lot of things this Christmas season, so we will have this guy out using it, and then I can update you guys on any sales they are having. Yeah, the bottom is just a little bit harder because of the pocket. I have a clamshell, but I'm dying for an auto one. Yeah, I would say it's the time to get one if you are ready to buy one, because this machine's good. And that's the thing is like it didn't change any crazy things because it didn't need that much changing. If you still have the first one, you're still like, you still have an amazing press, but they did just take the things that people would have said, but it would be a little bit better if it was like this, and they changed it. And the nice thing is it's not an outrageous price because we all know when that happens, and then there are these outrageous prices. But honestly, heat presses, with the amount of different things that you can do with heat presses, it's such a staple in the craft community now, because now you have so many things that require heat that I mean, back in the day when it was just heat transfer vinyl, I would probably never suggest everyone getting a heat press. But now that we have DTF and sublimation and just those three things alone, and then the amount of things you can do with those three things, I just highly recommend finding some sort of heat press that works for you. And I'm going to be putting this one to the test. Like, how many things can we make with this guy? I feel like that needs just a little bit more press, but also it's a cold peel, so it's going to feel like it doesn't stick all the way until it's fully cold. That's how DTF works. Okay, that's our heat press review. I'm wondering if not really a review. It's kind of like just a demo today. I don't like to review things until I've played with them for a long time. But like I said, I've played with the first one for over 2 years now, and it has not disappointed. So if you like these designs, they are available to the members. So we have the Fly High, Think Happy, Fly High, Tinkerbell inspired one. We have the Sydney one, and then there's actually one for, I think every character has one now that we released. So I'll be working on making more things with those throughout history. But Christmas ones, these ones, they do have actual Mickey and stuff on them, so we just share them with you guys in our newsletter. These will be shareable with you guys. And auntietay.com, you can just plug your email in. Most of you guys are already on it if you're watching right now. But I send those newsletters out every Monday. And there'll be free files and fun things. And then there's a lot of announcements coming in the next 2 weeks. So make sure you are subscribed to that newsletter, because if you want to be in the know of all things Auntie Tay and all ways you can get involved with our community, whether it's selling or all the things, you're going to want to be a part of that. So, or if you were ever interested in my business membership, be a part of it. Okay. All right. I love you guys. I will see you guys on Tuesday. We're going to do some Christmas kickoff stash crafting. We are going to be crafting as much stuff as we can in the next 2 months in the time that I have here. So the auto press button is on the first one too. Okay, so I was wondering that. So there is that A with the things. I just never knew what it was. So you can, it's not a change, but they still have it if you like it. I guess I learned something new today about it, but I filmed all the buttons, and I will make sure that I know how to use this thing really well before I start crafting with it, because I think I get annoyed with my tutorials or my unboxings. That's like my least favorite part of watching or being a part of my unboxing. I'm like, just learn the buttons before you unbox it. So another person who did a really, really good in-depth review of this, he actually had this 2 weeks ago before everyone else. Oh, what is his name? I will put a link to his page too. He has a really good review on this. Or you can just Google Htvront to YouTube, and he pops up as somebody from a couple weeks ago that had this. I think he was a part of like the teaser part of this, but this came out today. This is the first day it's been available to pre-sell. I believe it's shipping though. I gotta read the stuff on their website. they always have so much information about their sales. So it's a pre-sale, pre Black Friday sale, but I think that it is shipping right now too. So, all right, I will see you guys on Tuesday. Bye.